have an endorsement to make that House of Commerce is going to upload the videos on our new channel. The link is given in the description. That is about Urdu and Hindi. So do subscribe that channel and support us as you have supported us so far. Hello and welcome to House of Commerce. Hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, we are going to continue the previous videos lecture, and you can see that in this iTab button. Now let us move to the second step. In previous video, we had calculated EPU, and now we are going to do the second step, which is cost per unit. Now how to calculate the cost per unit? There is a basic formula that cost added during the period divided by EPU. Now in the question, we had 34,700 cost which was added for material and divided by the EPU which we calculated, that is 11,100. Now we have cost per unit 3.13 per unit, and then labor. Labor is 45,000 in the question, and the EPU calculated by us is 10,800. Now we have 4.17 cost per unit. Then factory overhead. Now in the question it was written that factory overhead is 90% of labor. Now labor has 45,000 and 45,000's 90% divided by 10,800. Now we have 3.75 cost per unit of factory overhead. Then for calculating the cost per unit according to labor, material and factory overhead, we shall add all these. Now let us see that in third step, what do we do, and let's finish the question. Okay, so the third step is to calculate the units completed, cost of units completed and transfer out. Now we had in the question cost of opening work in process, that is 3,850. Then we will add the cost added during the period, but firstly we will add the opening work in process units which are completed in this period. As you can see in the question that opening work in process, opening units were completed 80% in the last period, and they are to be completed 20% in this period. So opening units were 500 as per material and 20% completed as per work in process, and by multiplying it with the cost per unit 3.13, we have 313. And labor, 500 units, 20% completed in this period as per work in process, and per unit cost is 4.17. Then we'll be having the cost in amount 417. Then factory overhead, 500 completed as per the work in process in this period and 80% were completed in the last period. Then by multiplying it with 3.75, we have the cost of 375. Then the last step, by adding cost from current production. How to get this? We shall have the units completed which is in the question, that is 11,000, and by deducting opening work in process. Why we are deducting the opening units? Because these are added separately, and only 20% out of the opening work in process is about to be added. That is why we made a separate working as per this. By deducting opening from units completed and multiplying it with the cost per unit, we will be having the cost from current production. Now in the question it is written 11,000 were completed, and by deducting the 500 units of opening work in process and by multiplying it with cost per unit total, which is 11.05, which we have calculated before, and we will be getting 116,025. Now by adding all these work in process plus opening work in process cost, and by adding the cost for current production, we will be having the cost of units completed and transferred out. Now let us see the final step, and then we shall be ending the question here. Okay, now the final step, that is cost of ending inventory of goods in process. We have the basic formula: ending work in process multiplied by percentage of completion and multiplied by unit cost of element. which we have calculated before for material, labor and factory overhead separately. Now, we have material and the ending work in process units are 500. And it is given in the question that material was completed 100% as per ending work in process. Now, by multiplying it with the unit per unit cost, we have the total cost of 1,565. Now, the labor has 500 units in work in process and it was completed 40%. Now, the per unit cost is 4.17 and the total cost is 834. Now, factory overhead. Factory overhead has 500 units as well, and we have 40% completion as per ending work in process, and the per unit cost is 3.75 and the total cost is 750. Now, by adding all these, we will get the total work in process cost. Now that was all for today's video, and I shall see you into the next video with more questions of work in process and process costing. Now, that's all for today, and do subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so that you may not miss any of the video of us.